morning, students. Students will start with your lesson number 3 of geography. I hope all you are doing well. The third chapter is about physiography and drainage. See children, already I told you that we are supposed to learn about we are supposed to do comparative study of India and Brazil this year. So as well, we are supposed to study about physiography of both countries and drainage of both countries. Here, physiography and drainage, why we are studying? Because we are supposed to know about how physiography and drainage affect the climate, natural vegetation and wildlife, population distribution of a nation. This chapter is about a comparative study of India and Brazil with reference to physiography and drainage. This chapter will help in understanding the reasons for differences in population distribution, occupations of India and Brazil. So before I start, I want to tell you that page number 14 and 15 of your geography book, these two activities will do after completion of this lesson. Understood? So first we'll start with our physiography of India. See, physiography, the general meaning or the meaning of physiography, it is a part in a geography that studies physical patterns and process the earth. Understood? Physiography, it is the physical pattern and process of earth. It aims to understand the forces that produce and change rocks, oceans, weather and global flora and fauna patterns. Understood? How the climatic condition, how it is going to change, what are the pattern of rocks, oceanic features, weather, global flora and fauna. You know the meaning of flora and fauna. So this is the physiography or the relief feature of any country. So we'll study physiography of India before we study about Brazil. So generally, if we'll study physiography of India, the physiography of India divides into 5 parts. So as you can see in slide, the first point of physiography or the first physiography feature of India is the Himalayas. Second, the North Indian plains. Third, the peninsula. Fourth, the coastal plains. And fifth, the island groups. So these are the 5 physiographic feature of our country. So we are supposed to know about this physiography, which is very important. Ultimately, the aim of this book or the knowledge of geography this year is supposed to know the knowledge or supposed to have the knowledge of India's physiographic features. Ultimately, we belong to our country. Our country, its physical feature is such a, you can say, we are blessed with such a beautiful physical features that is having balance in nature, and we are having a great guardian as a Himalayas. We can say the Himalayas act as a guardian to our country. The first will start with Himalayas. Himalaya is one of the young fold mountains in the world. Children, fold mountain, fault mountain, already we have studied in your 9th standard. Their formation and the features and the examples we know very well. So Himalayas, their feature is, it is one of the young fold mountains in the world. Major mountain systems, it is one of the major mountain system in the continent of Asia. You will see the Asian continent, you know the 7 continents are there. Himalaya is one of the major and very important mountain system of Asia. Himalaya ranges in south-north direction. Understood? So Himalaya is very important because it acts as a guardian to our country, I told you. So we'll start with Himalaya. Himalaya, one of the young fold, extend from Pamir north in Tajikistan to east. In India, it extends from Jammu Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh. If you know and if you are having your textbook, you can see, you can refer page number 40 and you can see the map of physical feature map of our country. You can see it extends from Jammu Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh. Actually, it extends from Pamir north in Tajikistan, which is our neighboring country, and from there to Arunachal Pradesh. If we'll go back to the formation of Himalayan range, the formation of Himalayan range is a result of continental collision between the Indo-Australian plate and Eurasian plate. So you know 7 continental plates are there. So between the collision of Indo-Australian plate and Eurasian plate, the formation of Himalayan range was there. So in picture you can see how the formation was there, and it happened before so many years, millions of years before. And interesting information about Himalaya is that thanks to movement of plate tectonic, this mountain chain rising its height by about 5 mm per year. Understood? Its height is rising about 5 mm per year. So the Himalayan range is growing by the geological activity now. Can you tell what is the geological activities? Yes, you are right. It happens due to earthquake, due to you can say underground movement or the movement inside our earth between the plates, between the various continental plates. See here, it is the picture, or you can see from where this Himalayan mountain is extend from Jammu Kashmir. If you can see in this slide, it is very clear, from Jammu Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh. So whole this part is covered with Himalayan range. Whole this part is covered with Himalayan range. Understood? So from Jammu Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh. See, the North Indian mountain comprise of Himalayas associated mountains. See, like you know that river, the main river or the major river, they are having their own tributaries and distributaries. Likewise, mountains, the big mountains are having also some small associated mountains. So Himalayas also having so many associated mountain, Himalaya along with associated mountains. So here we can see from north-south parallel ranges. So the Shivalik range, starting from left side, Shivalik range altitude, that means its height between 900 mm to 11,000 m. The area between Shivalik and Lesser Himalayas consists of number of valleys called duns. The Shivalik foothills have a series of alluvial fans. What is that alluvial fans? Yes, the very fertile soil which is brought by rivers from mountains. So that already you know that our northern plain, they consist of the states like Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, they are having alluvial because the river Ganga passes through those places. So ultimately the soil is very fertile, the alluvial fans. So this is the first range is Shivalik range. Second is the Lesser Himalayas or Himachal range. If you are observing your map given in page number 14, you can make out the Lesser Himalayas or Himachal range. Altitude you can see it comprises of Pir Panjal range in Kashmir and Dhauladhar in Himachal Pradesh. Being accessible from the plains and having moderate elevation, these ranges have maximum number of tourist attraction. Already we know that in our country the maximum tourist, or we are having maximum tourist places there at Himalayan ranges only because of its scenic beauty and mountains. Third is the Greater Himalayas or Himadri. Altitude varies between 6,000 and 8,000. It is the longest range with deep gorges. You know what is gorges? The gorges, the deep valleys, which is the formation due to the falling of river. So we can see, if you go to higher altitude of mountain, you can see the various deep gorges. And the last, that is fourth, that is Trans-Himalayan Range. It lies between main Himalaya and Tibet Plateau. And Karakoram, Ladakh and Kailash ranges comes under Trans-Himalayan Range.